Alrighty, everyone. Hi. Good. Good morning. Good Monday. Good week. Good semester. I am your instructor for this session, this semester. My name is Donovan Conley, and I'm just putting together a quick little video here just to kind of say hi and talk about the week that's coming up. This has been requested by the basic course director, Nick Tatum, who has developed and oversees all of the different sections of 101 that we offer. And so he would like for us to put together a little video saying hi, just like you guys are doing your little video intros. And also he wants us to put our faces on the screen each week, each Monday morning, to talk about the week and what's coming up. So I figured I'd do them both together. A little intro, and then intro to me and myself and the class, and then this what's coming up. So first of all, hi. I posted a little announcement this last week just to kind of say hi online. But my name is Donovan Conley, Dr. Conley. I am an associate professor in the Department of Rhetoric and Culture, Persuasion, mediated influence. These are my kind of areas. I have been in this program for over 20 years. I'm the most senior member of the Department of Communication Studies. And so I have actually taught public speaking many, many times over many years. I started teaching public speaking back in grad school back in the late 90s. So it's changed a lot, like the culture, the technology, the ways that we approach public speaking, and mostly how we deliver and organize the class itself. But the material, the concepts are still pretty much the same. So in addition to public speaking, I also am teaching 211, which is the intro to rhetoric, just the kind of next step after public speaking. And then I also teach right now, I'm also teaching 409, and this is one that I've been doing for quite a while as well. 409 is the upper division class on the rhetorical tradition. And so I'm just doing all of the kind of undergraduate rhetoric kind of classes here. This is fine. This is my, this is what I do. This is my strength. This is the area that I've been teaching in for my whole time. So, I haven't done a section of public speaking in quite some time. So I'm a little excited. I'm a little bit uncertain. I haven't taught public speaking in an online format ever. So to me, it's a little weird to call public speaking this online thing, call that public speaking, when all we're doing is recording our speeches. Virtual speaking, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so, I'm used to teaching in a classroom where students stand up and deliver speeches in front of other students, and we used to do 4 or 5 speeches way back in the day. It's changed a lot, and so I am learning about the online kind of platform experience, and just the assignments have changed a little bit, but it's all still pretty familiar. And so I think you can feel confident that you have an instructor who knows the tradition of rhetoric and oral public speech and argumentation, persuasion, the canon of rhetoric, all the different parts of the art. I'm happy to talk about all of it, and I'm happy to engage in this activity, this process of working through some research and thinking about composition and verbal skills and delivery and style and arrangement and all of it. Okay, so I'm looking forward to this class. I'm looking forward to working with you. I hope we get to have a lot of interaction. This has been my big gripe about all these online classes over the past few years is I don't really get a lot of interaction with my students anymore. And so I'm actually teaching my 211 section right now in a classroom, and it's the first time I've been in a classroom with undergraduates in about five and a half years, I think. So I hope we get to talk. I hope we get to engage. I have office hours every Monday and Wednesday from 1 to 3. And even though this is an online class and we don't have to meet in the office, I hope maybe at some point you just pop by and say hi. Please don't be afraid. Please don't be nervous. I'm very friendly. I'm happy to chat. Happy to work with you and talk about whatever, I think these are really, really, really important skills. Writing skills are still really important, and speaking skills are still really important. even if it's not on a screen. We do a lot of screen-based talking these days, but we still also go into live physical spaces and talk to people and give presentations and pitches and sales and this and that. And so these are, I think, still very important fundamental skills: how to think it through, how to plan, how to research, how to think about audience, how to think about impact, how to think about all these little artful choices that you make. That's the kind of stuff we're going to work on. So that's sort of intro to the class. Myself, I've talked a little bit about, again, my research is in rhetoric and culture, and I'm really interested in food, frankly. And after I got tenure about 10 years ago, I started diving into the world of food and the food culture and the food system and the culture of cuisine and choice making and preferences. And I think of myself as a kind of scholar of taste, the phenomenon of taste. That's just my research work, my writing, my publishing. And it filters down into the kind of stuff we do in terms of publicness and how we develop senses together and develop meanings together and influence one another and so on. And everyone likes to talk about food, and everyone likes to eat food and go out for food. And so I'm just fascinated by all that. That's my, academic research, scholarship type stuff. And in terms of my teaching, it's been, rhetoric. I'm interested in persuasion. I also do persuasion type stuff, theory, criticism. I've covered the gamut. So I'm well versed in the material. Looking forward to trying out a new approach. This online experience that Dr. Tatum has created is really been very well developed, I think, for the students. And so I'm fascinated to sort of experience it together. That leads to what's going on right now. So this week coming up, our first week, we have our first speech is a TED Talk speech. And the focus in this first speech is, if you're not familiar with a TED Talk, there's a bunch of them online. It was super popular, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Everyone was like sharing TED Talks, and I think they still do them, and I think they're still out there, and they're still really useful and informative and interesting, and I always find myself kind of tripping across some kind of a TED Talk or other, and so I'm still fascinated by TED Talks. But the focus of this first speech is not even on the information or like putting together your own TED Talk. It's really just like working on delivery skills. And so we're going to break it down over the next 4 weeks into different parts of this assignment. And this week we only have a tiny little bit of work to do, right? And so it is choosing a speech. It is posting online. What is your topic? Please just go into that, that link for this week to look at what you need to do. So that's it. We have one speech coming up in another month, I think, and we're sort of breaking it down bit by bit each week. And so it's pretty approachable. It's pretty easy. Please just walk your way through everything. The links are all pretty obvious and easy. There's lots of information. So please explore the assignment. Try to get a sense of where we're going. Look at all the different parts of the assignment just to kind of know what the destination is, and then make sure that you understand kind of what you're doing each week. It's not a lot of work at all. There's some reading associated with it. Go read about delivery, techniques of delivery. I'll just back up and say, delivery is one of the 5 parts of the art of rhetoric. This is going back to the ancient tradition of Aristotle. This thing of rhetoric boils down to these kind of 5 skills. There's invention, there's arrangement, there's delivery, there's style, and there's memory. Anytime you give a speech, you're doing those 5 things, whether or not you know it. And so the goal is to do them better, to be more kind of aware. So invention is this business of coming up with your ideas and your arguments and your appeals and all that. Arrangement is the order and sequencing of your ideas. Delivery is the physical kind of mechanical process of volume and pitch and speed and eye contact and presence and all that. Style is like tone, attitude, level of diction, different kinds of qualities, sort of more that aesthetic side of how you come across. And then memory is more about like learning and wisdom and knowledge, okay? That's a real quick breakdown. But we're just focusing on delivery, that one part of the art of rhetoric. And delivery is really important, as I'm sure you can imagine, right? So let's learn a little bit about delivery, what goes into it, what to be focusing on. We don't want to be talking too soft, too quietly, too quickly, too slowly, too loudly. We want to be thinking about how our mechanical, physical kind of presence and our choices come across, how they land with audiences, trying to be aware of little things and, little ticks here and there, and how to sort of tighten things up and try to be as smooth and composed and organic as possible without a lot of that extra sort of noise in terms of our personal demeanor. So that's this week. Delivery, first little part of the first assignment. Like I said, I don't think it's too difficult. You just got to kind of keep up with the material. If you have any questions about anything, I'm here. And then we'll just kind of chip away at that first assignment. So I hope everyone's well. I hope things are, coming off to a nice, easy, clean start for you, and looking forward to getting going. All right. So hello, and talk soon.